We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight WGN Sports on the U presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Miguel Cabrera, Prince Fielder, and the second place Detroit Tigers. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson with Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the first of this four-game set. As you know, the Sox coming off their weekend series against Kansas City where we literally just gave them 2 games. We gave them the Friday game, and then we gave them the game yesterday. But while we were doing that, the Tigers were out in Anaheim, and they were getting swept by the Angels. So we come in with a 2-game lead in this very big series tonight, and Quintana on the bump.
Jose Quintana lately hasn't been throwing the ball real well. In fact, in his last 9 starts, he's only won 1 game. But it's not all of his fault because he's not getting a whole lot of run support. Now, last time out, he gave up 7 runs, got knocked out in the second inning. For him, it was a disaster. We're not expecting that tonight. We're expecting a good performance because hopefully that short outing will help to rejuvenate his arm. Rick Porcello goes to the mound for the Tigers, and he's a pretty good pitcher, but he's 9-11 this year. His ERA is up there. He's 5-4 lifetime against our ball club with almost a 5-point ERA. You get to a sinker ball early because the ball isn't sinking quite as well, and hopefully today, with Kevin Youkilis back in the lineup, but Adam Dunn not, we'll be able to get to him early and win the first game of the series.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way. Top Can. It's Miller time. By the Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery, anything is possible. And by Ford. Proud sponsor of your Chicago White Sox and proud of our Chicago-built Ford Explorer. Check it out at your local Ford store or online at localfordstores.com.
Not that long anymore. But again, you want to win these games, but just because you win some of these games doesn't mean you forget about the rest of them. So we'll worry about today and play today like you're going to have to win today. But, by no means does it settle the season. I mean, it helps. Whoever wins, it helps, but it doesn't guarantee anything.
It's not always who you're playing. A lot of times it's when you're playing them. We played the White Sox. We were pretty hot. Cleveland came in, beat us 2 out of 3. Went out to the coast and lost 3. So a lot of times it's, when you're playing somebody as to who you're playing.
Well, they're both right. There's no question about that. It's not, and it's always been that way. It's not who you play, it's when you play. And it's a bigger series for the fans than it really is for these teams, because, as Robin said, you take it one day at a time. So if, hypothetically, they come in here, and if we sweep them, that means we get a 6-game lead on them, but it doesn't mean that we won anything, because it's 23 games left in this series. So it's a big series, there's no question about that, but it's bigger for the fans than it is the players.
I think it's much bigger for Detroit than it is for our ball club, because you always want to be the team pursued as opposed to the pursuer. They have to win more games than we do. If we win the same amount of games as they do, we win. The 2 games are big, and the fact that we could go 3-3 on a homestand to this point and gain 2 games in the standings is even bigger. So Detroit's not playing great baseball. We're not playing great baseball, but we'll see in this 4-game series who's playing the best baseball. At the end of the series, you still have a long way to go. So we'll see who wins and then how good the team is going home.
Well, Steve and I are not in uniform, so we're just like you. We're going to be big fans, and we're going to really enjoy it.
Live Sports. Tonight's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting, provided by 97.5 FM ESPN Deportes, Chicago's first and only FM Spanish language sports radio station. Teams have taken the field, and let's take a look at how Jim Leyland's going to line up his Tigers. Jackson leading off, and he's had a great year. Then it's Rayburn, Cabrera, Fielder, Young, Peralta, Garcia, Infante, and Laird rounds it out behind the plate. The defense, and how they'll line up behind Quintana. Wise, Diaz, and Rios in the outfield with Euclid. They see him back in the lineup. Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Przinsky with the nod behind the plate. And Jose Quintana on the hill. He's 5-4. His ERA a little above 3.5 on for his 19th start. 115 innings, 116 hits. Control has generally been good, except for recently where he's had some problems, either wild in the strike zone or just wild overall. So hopefully he's got a good bounce back night left in him. The umpires for the game tonight: Bob Davidson behind the plate. Brian Gorman is at first. Todd Tishner is at second, and Tony Randazzo is at third. So despite the fact that we were 3-3 on this current homestand, the Tigers went through a stretch of 6 games where they went 1-5. Meaning we picked up a couple of games, and that's the difference in the division to this point. And whoever wants to get in the playoffs best win the division, because it's getting to the point where the wild card is going to be very difficult to attain. So they've thrown the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
All right, Steve, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here over WGN Sports on the U. So happy you could join us for game 1 of this big 4-game set. Austin Jackson, 25-year-old center fielder, and the first pitch of the ball game, taken for a strike. Jackson comes in hitting at 303, 13 homers, 53 driven in. None of these guys have ever faced Quintana. And this is the 15th meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 14, Tigers have won 10 of them. We played 9 games at their place, and we won 1 of them. Outfield around to the right. And the 1-2 pitch. Back to the middle base hit, so good speed aboard. He only has 11 stolen bases, which is surprising. Last year he had 22 and 27 attempts.
I think Jim Leyland this year, realizing that his team should be based on power rather than speed, is just not running his guys. And that ball goes right between the legs of Quintana. Something you hope never to have happen if you're a pitcher. But when you wind yourself into a pretzel type mold on your follow through, it's tough to defend up the middle.
Well, another reason he might not be wanting to run, Jackson, is all the ground he's got to cover in right, center, left center, and center.
He's got a job to do.
Here's Rayburn. Ryan at 168, a homer. He's driven in 12. But he has been a pain in our behind. Yes, he did. Rayburn, lifetime against us, a .290 hitter with 13 homers and 49 RBIs, and a lot of those 49 were game winners. Tigers with that .267 team average, 3.83 team ERA. That's very good, especially in the American League. Tigers 30 and 38 on the road, 43 and 28 at home. At home, they're averaging almost 38,000 per game. Wilk and bat. No. He is out. And Jackson stays at first base. The runner is afforded protection on a swing, not a bunt.
And normally you wouldn't mind there a trade-off in base runners between Jackson and Rayburn, but it's not going to happen that way.
Yeah, it was the correct call. So here is Cabrera. Hitting at .326, 35 homers, 116 knocked in. And in my opinion, as I've said many times, the best hitter in baseball. And the smartest hitter probably since Manny Ramirez. Talking with former Tiger catcher, now broadcaster, longtime broadcaster Jim Price about him prior to the game. And how he makes adjustments from pitch to pitch a lot of times in situations, especially in 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Well, there you look at his rankings in the American League. Batting average 2nd, home runs 4th, runs batted in 2nd, runs 4th. Pretty impressive year overall.
Well, he's never had a bad year. All he does, he's the biggest RBI machine to come into this league since Juan Gonzalez.
And last year with Victor Martinez hitting behind him, and this year with Prince Fielder hitting behind him. And Fielder, especially lately, starting to really heat it up. You just can't pitch around Cabrera too often.
Nice block by AJ, kept it in front of him. So 1-1 to count.
If Jackson recognizes this one right away, he's going to make it. But he doesn't know how far it's going to roll away from AJ, so he decides with Cabrera up, might as well stay at first.
Jackson on point.
Cabrera's grounded into 25 double plays, which is #1 on his team by a wide margin. However, they don't really care because there's a 116 in that RBI column.
Well, one reason he's such a great hitter is the fact that he's always ahead in the count. That's a high pop up, and that's going to be a souvenir. Best right-handed hitter coming in this league since the big hurt Frank Thomas.
Well, we'll see next year how the young man in Anaheim fares, because this year Mike Trout is doing just about everything.
Well, as we talked about yesterday, if Angels do happen to come back and get into the playoffs, Mike Trout probably will be the MVP.
He's going to hit over 30 home runs. He's going to steal probably over 40 bases. And he's been hitting above 330 most of the year.
Two and two. Cabrera, 29 years old. You know that old saying, the more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. He has probably, I would say, venture to say, as many 3-2 counts as anybody in baseball.
Well, everybody wants to be real careful with him early in the count. Now you're probably going to see Jackson running. It'd be a great time for Quintana's best move to first base.
He gone. And they got him in a pickle. And Quintana puts it on. So they strike him out, throw him out, double play. And after a half inning of play, it's their guy's nothing and our guy's coming to bat.
Gaza leading off. Nice to see Euclid back in the lineup with Wise hitting third again. Canerco, Rios, Pierzynski, Viciedo, Ramirez, and Gordon Beckham playing second, hitting ninth. The defense and how the lineup behind Porcello. Rayburn, Jackson, and Garcia in the outfield with Cabrera, Peralta, Infante, and Fielder in the infield. Gerald Laird gets a nod behind the plate, and Rick Porcello on the hill. He's 9-11 this year. The ERA just a little above 4.5. on for his 28th start. Opponent's hitting .313, which is a very high number. And with over 200 hits and 157 innings, that shows you that the sinker has not been sinking all that much for the young right-hander. You see Jackson getting a very late jump, thinking perhaps that Quintana is going to go to second. AJ throws it right on the bag, and then it becomes easy. Maybe a couple more throws than they would like, but Jackson's got no chance.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as first pitch strike. It's Alejandro De Aza from the 23-year-old 6'5", 200-pound right-hander Rick Porcello. De Aza hitting at .281, 7 homers, 46 knocked in. One and one the count. He has faced Porcello 11 times, and he has 2 hits. Porcello 3-0 against us this year. 5-4 in his career. Two and one. Sox with that .257 team mark, 4.11 team ERA. And it's 3 balls and a strike with the new dad, Kevin Youkilis, on deck. And that's the leadoff walk. And right now, let's check out our BMW picks to click. Mangio, our director and the crew, well, they went with Viciedo. Steve's going with Canerco. And my good friend George Thomas down in Elkhart, Indiana, and we're going to go with Gordon Beckham. And the 2013 3 Series with X-Drive is here. So visit your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana BMW Center today to test drive one. As there's a strike to the new Papa. Youkilis. Dad of Zachary. There he goes. Bad throw. The one hopper.
Infante thought he got him on a helmet, but Don Tishner said nope. His hand was in before the tag. Not a good throw by Laird. He's got a shot at him, but it's a straight steal. He never looked back. Ooh. Let's watch it again. He's out.
Well, usually when that ball comes up, bounces like that, the runner's going to get the edge.
And he did.
So Uke with a 1-1 count. He has faced Porcello 7 times, and he has 1 hit. Checks it up, takes a strike. First of 4 against these Tigers. Good on the road again.
It's good to get on the board early, and it's good to get to Porcello early before we start throwing a lot of ground balls.
Line shot. But he gets back in. Good job by De Aza. And a good effort by Youkilis. Unfortunately, hit it right to fielder.
But Peralta not been playing him as a dead pull hitter in the infield. And it was somewhat surprising that Infante was actually checking on De Aza and not Peralta. But with Peralta and that far to go to second, he couldn't get there before De Aza. So nice heads up play by Alejandro. And also a heads up play by Fielder.
Here's D. Wise hitting at .283, 7 homers, 22 knocked in. Takes strike 1. After this series of these guys, we only have one more homestand. Oh, and 2 the count. Only 10 more home games. Canerico on deck.
Priscilla was drafted number 1, 27th pick overall in 2007 draft. He was considered in the top 5 in talent, but Scott Boras made it evident that it would be very difficult to sign. Detroit took a chance and they got him at 27. They get a top 5 talent. He came to big leagues and has pitched pretty well since.
Well, he's got some good genes. His granddad, Sam Dente, was a member of the White Sox back in '52 and part of '53. Chops that one down off his foot, leg, wherever.
But then he got to the Tribe and helped him win 111 games in 1954.
I guess, according to Bob Vanderberg, he was a bit of a character, because when Frank Lane got Dente in the deal with Washington in November of '51, Sam immediately called Lane to congratulate him on making the best deal in his career.
Might not have been the best, but it was a deal.
One out and a 1-2. Just looks to third, gets the out at first, 2 down.
Had Peralta had a better angle, he might have chosen to go to third base. They had a good shot at him, but being the second out of the inning, he decided to take the sure out at first.
Well, Polly is 10 for 26 off Porcello. Rios on deck is 4 for 25.
Well, if Laird knows the numbers, they're not going to give anything too good to hit to Paulie. Flame is a dead pull hitter in the infield and straight away in the outfield. Get Cabrera over toward the line. They don't have much range on the left side of the infield. Normally both of these guys, if they can get to it, they'll throw you out. They've got good hands, just no foot speed.
Count evens at 1. And here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Just a beautiful evening here in the city. Beautiful. Two and one.
Good movement on that one. He buried that down and into Paulie out of the strike zone. But again, that sinker was working pretty well.
That's the best pitch he's thrown yet. That ball at 94 with that much movement downward. Whew, that's nasty. And a full count.
Those are the type of pitches, if you swing at, you're probably going to foul them off your front foot, because they're inside off the plate. Now Paulie does have to protect the 3-2.
Just got a piece of that. Well, there is a low percentage of good middle end hitters as opposed to the past. The game has changed. gone from middle in. That was the hitter's third of the plate, or half the plate. The middle out was the pitcher's half the plate. Now that no longer is the case.
Especially if you can't get a pitch called inside, pitchers just don't want to go in there too often.
Once again, the payoff. And he rings him up. So we threaten, can't score. After one, no score. It'll be Fielder, Young, and Peralta to face Jose Quintana. Fielder at 312, 25 homers, and 95 driven home. Takes up high.
Doesn't matter lefty or righty. Prince doesn't give an inch in the batter's box. He's a tough hitter.
He's a competitor. He is a good one.
Keeps surprising a lot of people with his speed for such a big man.
There's a strike in the count, 2-1. And it evens.
In 2007 with Milwaukee, he had 50 home runs and drove in 119.
And that was at a very young age.
It's a pretty big year.
Full count.
That's been the culprit with 8 runs batted in a 3-game series in Detroit. Delman Young in the on-deck circle.
Line shot. We got a man there fighting the lights. Makes the catch. 1 out.
We got hurt very badly pitching him on the inner portion of the plate in Detroit.
Well, you pitch him down, you're making a huge mistake.
This was against Chris Sale on Sunday night. He took the ball out of the strike zone, down and in, and took it out. And that was the difference in the game.
And there's a base hit.
And there was a pitch that was down.
I mean, I don't understand it. He just beats our brains out on everything down.
And especially middle in. And, of course, we keep throwing it down in middle in. There it is. The big sweet spot that he has is right there. And he doesn't miss it usually if he gets it there.
Well, if you got one zone that you can handle on a consistent basis, you can hit in the big leagues, because you're going to get some pitches in that zone. But you got to hit them hard. And that's what he does against us. Here's Peralta. Peralta, 251, 11 homers. They say a lot of times, you know, you can't go against your strengths. You catch a good low ball hitter who's swinging the bat well, you better go against your strength if you're a low ball pitcher.
That one gets away. AJ can't find it. Now he does find it, and Young has to hold at second. So for Quintana, his 9th wild pitch of the year. That ties him for the team lead. This one bounces well in front of the plate. And AJ can't locate the baseball. That's when a pitcher has to point directly in back of him and yell at him where the ball is. And as it turned out, Young had to stay at second.
Two and one to count.
I had a fairly simple philosophy when I was pitching, and that is I would always go to my strength rather than the hitter's weakness to start with. Now, if he showed me that he could handle my strength, then even if my weakness was his weakness, I would have to go there.
Well, you adjusted. That's why you're a good pitcher.
You had to.
You have to. Yeah. I mean, it's just a same thing for a hitter. That ball down the left field and get foul. Off the wall. They throw to second base. And they get him. But the wild pitch jumps up and bites us, and it's 1-0 Tigers.
We'll have to check Peralta out of the box. Because it's very rare to get thrown out on a ball that's hit down the line. Now he thinks that that's a home run. And he keeps looking at it. And the fact that he did look at it long enough allowed him to be thrown out at second easily. So although they score a run, that is a break.
So here's Avisail Garcia, 21-year-old, just called up. He made his major league debut against us when we were last in Detroit.
What we did see from the young man was that he could turn around a pretty good fastball and hit it hard to right field.
We saw that off 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Nate Jones. He also has good speed. Gotta hurry. Can't get him. 6'4", 240. And he can move it.
Yeah, you really have no chance if you wait back. But on a high chopper, you playing deep really had no other choice. Could have come in and tried to smother it, but Garcia beats it, and he does have terrific speed. And you're going to hear a lot about this guy, and what you're going to hear is that his power will come to him as he moves along, because he's going to be a guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
That'll bring up the second baseman Infante. Omar at 252, 3 homers and 14 driven in. One and one to count. Outfield, straight up. About equidistant. And that could be trouble. Just foul. Thank you very much. Or another run would cross the plate.
Well, Infante wasn't running. And as he was trying to first base, had the bat in his hand, so he must have had a premonition that it was going to slice foul. But it didn't miss by all that much. Good 1.5 foot foul. Infante came over from the Miami Marlins along with Anibal Sanchez.
Well, he's had some time in that Tiger uniform. We've seen him there. And that's off of him. Uke, no play. So another infield hit. And that'll bring up the catcher, Gerald Laird.
Seems to me like Quintana just doesn't field his position particularly well.
He does not.
He's off balance. That ball was hit to his glove side. Normally, you should be able to make that play. And it hit him in the leg, but he's okay. But usually the biggest hole in the infield is right back up the middle.
I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of pepper played in spring training.
It's going to have to, because part of being a big winner in the major leagues, and it's just not throwing the baseball. You have to hold runners close. You have to field your position. And you have to have a pretty decent move. He just couldn't get the glove down near in time. It was a one-hopper, and we are fortunate that Peralta was gunned down at second base.
We're one of the few organizations that our guys in the minor leagues, they do play a lot of pepper, but we haven't not at the big league level. So I got a feeling that might change next spring. There are the numbers on Laird. It's a terrific game and a terrific way to improve your defense, playing pepper. Laird 5 for 13 against us this year with a homer. And a career, he's a .271 hitter against us. So he has done some damage against our pitching.
Well, it's no surprise that a lot of the Gold Glove winners coming from pitchers are pretty good pitchers. I mean, they're pitchers that win a lot. And they do it because they field their position very well, never forgetting to get to first base.
Little pop up, Alexei, that'll retire the side. But they draw first blood after an inning and a half. It's 1-0 Detroit.
Join the WGN Sports Game Zone, where you'll find up-to-the-minute stats and important game information. The Game Zone is sponsored by Safe Auto. Call 1-800-SAFE-AUTO now for a free quote with reduced rates up to 35%. Drive safe, spend less.
1-5-0 for the Tigers. And it'll be Rios, Pierzynski, and Viciedo for us. Tigers coming off of that sweep. Not at the Big A in Anaheim by the Angels. Ball's hit hard, fair. So he will pick up his 33rd two-bagger.
He just rifled it right by Cabrera, who had no chance because Cabrera was playing somewhat off the line. This was either a slider or a straight change. But Cabrera couldn't even react. That ball was hit so hard, and then it got hung up in the corner. So Rayburn had to go get it, dig it out, and it winds up with Alex in scoring position. AJ's got to get him over.
AJ at 286, 25 homers, 72 knocked in. That ball hit hard into right field. He can throw as well. Safe! Oh, what a good throw by Garcia.
Abisail Garcia has all kinds of skills, and he just missed getting Rios at third. AJ does what he has to do. He pulls the ball, and Garcia throws a one-hop rocket to third. Alex beats the play. Tony Randazzo on the call.
Got nothing to lose.
Might as well appeal it.
And they're going to bring the infield in for Viciedo. Tank hitting at 255, 20 homers. He's knocked in 60. Takes it right there. He's 4 for 11 off Porcello with a homer. Two down.
A little over anxious.
Well, what happens
swung at a pitch he couldn't handle
in this situation is it's a syndrome. It's like a contagion. You get a man at third base, less than 2 out, and you go to the plate feeling like you're in trouble. Whereas when you're going good, you go to the plate and you say to yourself, that guy out there is in trouble. And that's the difference in the philosophy. That's the difference in the thinking is we're going to blow another chance like we did against Kansas City, and we just gave them 2 games, and it's still 1-0 Tigers. Third for the Tigers, Jackson, Rayburn, and Cabrera. Takes first pitch strike. Going to the count. Jackson single right back through the middle to start off the ball game.
He scored the second most runs on a team with 88. Only Cabrera has more with 89.
Had him 0-2 is now 3-2.
First walk of the game. Don Cooper wants to know of Bob Davidson where it was.
So the dreaded leadoff walk, and here is Rayburn. He hit a little looper to Alexei. Alexei dropped it, but they protected the runner and called Rayburn out. Pretty good lead by Austin Jackson. Count evens at 1. Miguel Cabrera on deck. And a reminder, Hooters is the official road game restaurant of our White Sox. Come into any Chicagoland area Hooters when our Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen HD TVs and enjoy great Miller beer features. Hooters, well, that's the original wing joint. And the count 2-1.
Dylan Axelrod getting loosened up in a hurry. We're at the point of the season where only 22 games remain after tonight, but you can't be too patient with a struggling pitcher.
Well, if you're going to go 2-0-3-1 on these guys, you're going to get beat.
There is no doubt about it. They've got 5 hits already in just 2+ innings.
He got 6 hits. So the leadoff walk is at second. 2 on, nobody out. And here comes the iron of the order.
Struck him out on a breaking ball down. See an on-base percentage close to 400. And this was a strike him out, throw him out that got out of the inning. Jackson gets hung up and eventually gets tagged out by Quintana.
First pitch strike. Cabrera, it's been, when this season's over, he'll have 9.5 years in the big leagues. And he has 1,200 RBIs. Right now. The spider's web. Come into the spider's web.
Well, the good hitters don't particularly care what the count is until they get to 2 strikes. They will take pitches that they don't think that they can handle real well, waiting to get the one that they can. And when they do, they'll hit it awfully hard. But with Cabrera's bad ankles, coupled with the fact that he does hit the ball hard, if he hits it at somebody, it's going to be an easy 2.
There it is. Rack him up.
'26th double play he's grounded into. This is a little cutter, and he hits it perfectly for a 6-4 and easy 3.
So the leadoff walk at third, and here is Fielder. He had a line shot, screaming Mimi right to Dwayne Wise in left field.
Here's where AJ is going to have to be on his toes, because Quintana throws a lot of pitches in the dirt, especially sweeping breaking balls to left-hand hitters.
Count evens at 1. Last 35 games hitting at .347, 9 homers, 23 knocked in.
Those are pretty robust numbers.
This is also his 321st consecutive game played in, which is the longest streak in the major leagues. Chops that one foul. So 1-2 the count. Just watching this guy play, I've never met him. I did meet him when he was a kid with Cecil. But I've become a fan of his. He does it right. He plays his behind off. And he is a good clutch hitter. He gone. Good pitch. Pitches out of the first and second, nobody out situation. We go to the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0. Proud to present the Go to Bat Award to outstanding volunteers throughout the 2012 baseball season. It's the bottom of the third. We trail it 1-0.
And about time to start to put a little pressure on Rick Porcello.
Miguel Cabrera.
He's probably going to play in fairly close for Gordon, who's had good luck against Porcello over the course of his career. We only butted on Cabrera one time in that series in Detroit, and he failed to make the play.
Gordon takes first pitch strike. 5 for 13 lifetime off court. Porcello with a homer. That's a can of corn for that man. 1 out.
Now Diaz is a different story. Diaz can lay one down, going to put a lot of pressure on that infield, especially if he looks to the right side where Prince Fielder and Omar Infante are way back.
Takes first pitch strike. He walked. Stole second for his 24th stolen base back in the first inning.
He was thinking about it. Pulled the bat back and got the call.
And what we're talking about is that Cabrera, his ankles are a little better now than they were when we played him in that 3-game set in Detroit. But he could hardly move in those 3 games. I mean, he could hardly move. He was in pain. Even if you just fake and make him start to break in, it's not going to hurt our situation any.
Now he moves back a little bit with a 2-2 count.
It's full. Chopper 2, Hopper, Infante. 2 down. So here's Uke. Uke 0 for 1. He hit a line shot right to Fielder. In his effort to try to get Diaz over to third. And the count 2-0. Wise on deck. Talked to Adam before the game, and he is just absolutely chomping at the bit to try to get back in there. It's killing him. But when you got a bad oblique, you got a bad oblique. And it is what it is.
Well, he described the feeling when he took what he considers a bad swing to be like a knife going into his side.
It's like an ice pick. It's every time you swing the bat, it's like an ice pick going into your side.
So they want to make sure that he's good and healthy, because when he starts to play again, they would just as soon he be ready to go for the rest of the season. One more bad swing, and that would be about it.
In the last couple of years, we've had more bat obliques. This become the injury du jour, so to speak. That's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the fourth, trailing 1-0. It's a 1-0 Tiger lead. It'll be Young, Peralta, Garcia face Jose Quintana. Young got a pitch in his wheelhouse, singled, and came around eventually to score. Got helped out by a wild pitch.
And we caught a break that inning as Dwayne Wise made a good play, cutting down Gibraltar, trying to stretch a single into a double.
1-2 the count.
It's going to be a little wider tonight, so boys best be praised of that.
He gone upstairs.
Upstairs is exactly where you want to pitch it. Xfinity Pitch Tracks will show you one that's just barely at the top of the strike zone, and Young missed it by plenty.
Peralta with that RBI double. Which turned out to be a single.
If he hadn't have been spectating, thinking it was out of the ballpark, there's no chance Dwayne Wise can go get him. But he did just that. And yeah, it saved us because there were 4 straight base hits that inning.
And it saved us at least one. And ball hit high and deep. Piazza right in front of Ted Lyons. 2 down. I want to send out a big shout out to one of my surrogate sons. And happy birthday to Joe Groove, who's been with us for over 20 years now.
Today is his birthday?
Every year.
57?
Well, he looks good, I think.
For 57, he looks good.
That is fouled back. Garcia had an infield single. Abisail Garcia from Venezuela. He can run, he can throw, and he's going to hit. 21 years old. Happy birthday, Joe. The ball hit hard. We got a man there. 1-2-3 inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It is still 1-0. Bad guys. Football games Thursday night through Monday night with great food and drink specials. Now there's free parking for all football games, including Bears home games when our Sox are away. So check out BacardiAtThePark.com for game listings and how to book your next party. We need a run to tie. It is 1-0. Wise, Canerco, Rios. There you go. Cabrera comes in. He was at the cut of the grass. And the count 1-0. That's even better. Trying to stay inside that one. 21.
Plenty of room on the left side, although Dwayne mostly has been a back up the middle and a pull hitter.
That one down past Harrell.
Rifled by Harrell. Pointed to Dwayne, telling him to keep it between the lines.
Oh, he got a cookie and missed it. A rolling breaking ball. 2-2 the count. Other games after 6 in New York, Washington leading the Mets 5-1. Bottom of the 7th in Cincinnati, 3-1 Pittsburgh. After 7 in Philadelphia, Phillies leading the Marlins 3-1. High into left field. Drops the ball. But Wise at second. You got to let the sure man take the play. That's Austin Jackson's fault for not taking control.
That goes as E7. Would have been a much easier play as that ball was drifting away from Rayburn. But when Rayburn called for it, Jackson backed off. Drifting, and just flat out missed it. And Jackson was standing right there. He'd have made that play easily.
Yeah, just let the sure hands make the play. Yeah, he had to turn it on once he saw what happened. Right there. So here's Paulie. Paulie will be trying to get him over. And he will be trying to get him in. Up to this point, you got to really like the way that Gerald Ladd is working his pitcher.
He's always been a terrific backup catcher, and he had some pretty decent years with the Texas Rangers. That error for Detroit was error number 85. And in comparison, our ball club has made 63. So one of the things they do give you is a very porous defense, and it's cost them some games.
Plus, we have 42 more home runs than they do. 2-0 pitch. Well, Porcello cut a break there.
Well, here's the battle. We got Porcello trying to jam Paulie because he wants him to hit the ball to the left side. That's what he's done career-wise against these Tigers. 44 home runs, 143 driven in. Paulie trying to push it to the right side. Tried the inside out swing, and that didn't work.
Now you got to make contact. It's full. Cabrera makes a beautiful diving stop and throws him out.
Well, the one advantage Cabrera had was that he knew that Paulie was going down the line. So on the dive, he could actually take his time. Took a look at second base, made sure that he froze Wise at second and that he wasn't creeping down with the throw. In the meantime, Peralta swung in back of Cabrera and was going to cover third if Wise had any ideas to go there.
So here is Alex. He has our only hit. That was a bullet double right down the third base line. Beautiful play by Cabrera. He's got good hands. He's got a good arm, good accurate arm as well. Just not a whole bunch of range. Wow. Here's another big break for Porcello.
Yeah, that ball was well out of the zone. Alex just takes it. Xfinity pitch tracks will show you that this ball is not only low, but it's inside.
Two down. Here's AJ. He hit a rocket to Garcia in right field. They got Rios over to third with just one out back in the second inning. We couldn't get him home.
Well, we know how hot a hitter AJ has been. So with first base open and Viciedo up next, you wonder how good of pitches he'll see. Made the effort, but bunted it foul.
I'm glad it went foul.
It was hit a little too hard.
But the concept was there.
Yeah. Threw that first pitch up and out of the strike zone.
And now the big hole, 0-2. Well, we catch a big break again and cannot execute anything. One nothing, bad guys. Infante takes first pitch strike. Laird on deck and Jackson in the hole. Top of the fifth inning. 1-6-1 for them. 0-1-0 for us. One hit we have, that double by Rios leading off on second.
We've had two men on second, nobody out, and that was that. He appealed to Brian Gorman, and he says no, he did not go.
Diaz.
The fifth inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank, member FDIC.
Here's Laird. He popped up softly too short. Takes first pitch strike. First to 4 tomorrow night. Jake Peavy against Doug Fister. On Wednesday to be announced for us. Against Max Scherzer. And on Thursday in the finale of this series and this homestand to be announced for us against Verlander. All three of those games will be on Comcast Sportsnet. That's hit hard down into the corner. So he will cruise in with a double. That's his 7th two-bagger.
We'll talk about Gerald Laird being a terrific backup catcher. This year he's actually hitting the ball better than Alex Avila, who is the incumbent. So he one hops just over the State Farm sign, and they move to the top.
Well, this year Laird is 6 for 15 against us with a homer and a couple of RBIs. As I mentioned, lifetime of 271 hitter. Austin Jackson.
Came an eyelash from pulling Paulie off the bag, but he was able to stay on. And Jackson very anxious. Swinging at the first pitch that was inside off the plate. Did us a big favor.
That'll bring up to left fielder Ryan Rayburn, who is 1 for 2. Had a little soft single dumped into center field. That one at 90. You brought up a good point in the opening, Steve. Just lasting not even 2 innings in his last outing may have helped him for this one.
I would think it would rejuvenate that arm a bit.
Yeah. And it has.
He has only the 1 walk. And that's a vast improvement over the last few games where he's been a combination of walks and wild in the strike zone, which can be even as a big, maybe bigger problem than just plain wildness.
They go. We're halfway home. We trail it 1-0.
Bank. Remember FDIC.
Lower third of our order, Viciedo, Ramirez, and Beckham to face the 23-year-old right-hander Rick Porcello. 3-0 against us this year, 5-4 in his career. Tank popped up to first base back in the second inning.
You have to keep reminding yourself that even though he has been around a few years, Porcello is still a very young pitcher. There you look at the record. Has yet to complete a game. This is start number 117 for him.
Infante barehands throws him out.
That turned out to be a good deflection on the part of the Tigers as Porcello interrupts its flight into center field. Even with a lot of spin on it, you saw the ball take an abrupt left turn, or in the case of Infante, a right turn. He stayed with it barehanded and gunned him down.
Here's Alexei. He grounded out softly to Cabrera at third.
Porcello has won in double figures each of his 3 years. 14-9 his first year in 09, and 10-12 and 14-9 last year in 2011.
Avisail Garcia for out number 2. Two down to Beckham. He went out to center field. Takes first pitch strike. After 4 down in Houston, Cubs and the Astros are tied at 1. Oh, and 2 the count. Rockies leading the Giants 3-1. That's in the bottom of the third in Denver. Giants now 5.5 game lead coming into tonight over the Dodgers.
They fared very well against the Dodgers in their last series, extending that lead. Cincinnati running away with it in the NL Central. Washington 5.5 up on Atlanta in the NL East.
And here's a line shot. Get by, and it will. But he'll have to pull up. So Beckham with his 24th double, coming with 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Gordon crushes this ball into the gap. I think Jackson, for his part, thought he could cut it off. As it turned out, it was hit so hard that it got by him. And there's a tying run standing out there at second base with the top of the order coming up.
Piazza has walked and grounded to second. He's 0 for 1. Also has a stolen base. Ate him up inside. And our Sox are making a push to play in the postseason, so don't miss any of the action. It is playoff payoff time. Purchase tickets for the remaining 2012 games and place a deposit on 2013 season tickets, and you'll guarantee seats for the 2012 postseason. So for more information, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. And another 0-2 count.
Another little cutting fastball that Porcello has added to his arsenal.
And this will be pitch number 76. '76 is low. That ball hit into left field. Rayburn getting turned around now. Finally staggers underneath it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. You get a 2-out double by Beckham. Meanwhile, we're into the sixth, still trailing 1-0. First pitch to Miguel Cabrera here, leading off in the top of the sixth inning, is taken high and wide.
This should be a pretty tough inning, and if Jose can get through it unscathed, he'll be in good shape. He goes right through the heart of a very potent Tiger order.
And once again, he had a 2-0 count. And he made a good pitch on him.
Brian Omagroso. Very impressive outing last time out. Getting ready in the pen.
Two and two.
Two good pitches, neither to Cabrera's liking. So he took them both. They were both strikes.
That's another reason he's the best hitter of going.
That time, knowing the ball was in the same spot as the previous two, he fouled it off, but would have taken it to right or right center.
Very, very smart hitter. Big on. Let's keep talking about it.
Second strikeout of Cabrera tonight. 2 strikeouts and grounded into a double play. Throws that one right by him.
His fielder, he's 0 for 2. He's lined hard to left, and he struck out as well.
They have a bit of a shift on for Prince.
Oh, boy, what a nice recovery there. Wow. Pickett. Wilson.
Looked like Gordon was going to have some problems with it. His fielder chops it right up the middle. And right out of the air. Gordon throws him out by a good margin.
That is a beautiful recovery. Young fouls that one away. He has singled and scored the only run of the ball game, and a wild pitch has been prominent in that 1-0 Tiger lead here. Big on upstairs. 1, 2, 3 inning. But we trail it 1-0.
A.J. Pierzynski. A.J.'s Ironman work behind the plate this season is second only to Matt Wieters with 119 2/3 innings, including tonight. So A.J. going to go over 1,000 once again. And that is an Ironman if I've ever heard it. This schedule profile sponsored by Xfinity Home. Xfinity Home offers state-of-the-art features that help you stay connected to your home and family anytime, anywhere.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Youkilis. Wise Canerco as Uke takes first pitch strike. He is 0 for 2. A line shot. I mean, a rocket right to Prince Fielder in the first inning. He was trying to get Diaz over to third, who had walked and stole second. Then he struck out in the third.
He's just bearing that sinker in on the right-hander's hands.
Just getting ready to say, it's pretty obvious what the scouting report asked Laird and Porcello to do.
Just keep going inside. First pitch, maybe stay out over the plate. And then upstairs with that fastball higher than high.
One down. Fourth strikeout for Porcello.
Last time up, Dwayne in the fourth inning lifted a lazy fly ball to left field. Could have been caught by either Jackson or Rayburn, but Rayburn missed it. Goes for a two-base error. And the Anything's Possible replay is brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who each day make anything possible.
0-1 to count to Wise, who has grounded to short, and as you just saw, reached on that arrow. Another easy inning. Bobble! Wow. Fonte with his 7th arrow.
Well, the Tigers keep opening the door for us. This would have been a real easy second out. Instead, man at first, only one out for Paulie.
We caught some breaks in that Kansas City series and could not capitalize. We could not execute.
Well, if Paulie's going to look for the ball inside, he's going to get it there, and that's a ball that he can take down the line.
That one's right there. 0-1. Wise 15 for 16 in stolen bases.
Laird did make a very good throw when Diaz stole second in the first inning.
There he goes. And that ball just foul. Wow. That was close right there.
Well, he's looking for the ball middle in. And we talked about the room down the line, and he just missed. And that would have plated the tying run. With Wise going, he scores easily, but unfortunately, Tony Randazzo on the call. It is a foul ball.
One out, 1-2 the count.
About ready to deliver pitch number 86.
And watch the game in luxury from behind home plate in the Gold Coast Tickets Club here at US Cellular Field. Gold Coast Tickets, you got a guy. Seth Sharon, nice wasteman. Gold Coast Tickets. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There he goes. And that's in the hole. So he will make the turn. He will go into third. So 1 out, runners at the corners.
We told you about the lack of range on the left side. And this one on the outer third, Paulie still pulls it. But Peralta dives over the ball. If he just knocks this ball down, Wise can't go to third base. So Jones coming out. He wants to talk with Porcello. Runners at the corners, only one out with a chance to tie it and more, as Jeff Jones has had his say. Laird is giving signs to his infield in case Paulie takes off, which is not really a credible threat.
So here is Rios, a double and a grounder to short. Come on, Alex. He's the one in trouble, not you, buddy.
Albuquerque threw the ball very well and then hurt his arm for a while.
They'll get the job done. Stay in the air. It will. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A 3-run rocket. A rocket out of here. And the Sox lead it 3-1.
Third home run. Alex has now driven in 85. That ball just took off and kept on rising.
And that is foul left side. Get out of here. It will. So AJ 0 for 2, a line shot to right field and a strikeout.
And there's the man of the hour, Alex Rios. Only the 13th home run that Porcello's given up. That ball stayed on the inner portion, and Alex tattooed it.
That ball hit hard. Stretch. Austin Jackson back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Back-to-back jacks. And it is 4-1. Mercy.
.26 and 73 on the power numbers for AJ, as he took it straight out over the 400 sign. And that's going to be it for Porcello, who after the error here in the 6th inning opens the floodgates. Our ball club just sawed right through him. So he'll depart. Albuquerque will come into the game, and we'll step out and be back after these messages. His fastball low, out over the plate. AJ takes it to straightaway center field and makes it a 3-run lead. And on comes Al Albuquerque, who spent most of this year at AAA after an arm injury.
And here's Tank. First pitch strike. Spinner.
Albuquerque last year had just a great year, 6-1 ERA, 187 and 41 appearances.
And that's booted by Cabrera. So the boots go on.
Couple of errors this inning to go with the one back in the fourth. That's the 13th error of the year for Cabrera. And the porous defense of these Tigers is certainly in evidence here tonight.
Here's Alexei. Four, 5-0 for us, 1-7 and a huge 3 for them. Don't stop now, boys. Pick him up, Alexei. Last year, Albuquerque had outstanding stuff.
He was one of the guys that when he came out of the pen, your hitters weren't very happy.
Out of San Pedro de Macorís, where else? Totally, every year amazes me more and more. San Pedro de Macorís.
So many players come out of such a small place comparatively.
1-2 the count. And that's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He needs a shorter name or more back, because he's running out of room back there.
The 2-2. Got him. So 2 down, that'll bring up Beckham. Gordon 1 for 2, a double last inning.
For Porcello, he went 5 1/3, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And was rolling right along until E4 opened the floodgates.
It was going to be an easy inning for him with that little ground ball to second.
Sure looked like it.
Turned into a nightmare. Oh, 1 to count. That one at 95 inside. Alejandro on deck. 3-1.
Nice pick by Laird. Normally you try to block those. He just picked it right out of the dirt. Got a little lucky on that one. Because you're not going to make that play all that often.
And that's ball 4, and here comes De Aza. Alejandro has walked, grounded to second, and then lined hard and deep to left field. Jacks it up. One and one to count with 2 on 2 out, 4 in here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-5-0 for our guys, 1-7-3 for their guys. That evens the count. Outfield there really spread out. Big gap out there in left center. As he gets him, but a crooked number goes up on that board. We'll go to the 7th, leading 4-1.
That means Cabrera, Fielder, and Young. So with first and second, nobody out, Cabrera grounds into a double play. He's 0 for 3. Fielder looks at one. He's 0 for 3. And Young, after a base hit, has fanned twice. See what's possible with AT&T Uverse TV and AT&T high-speed internet. Rethink possible.
It'll be Peralta, Garcia, and Infante here in the top of the 7th inning. And double-barreled activity down in our bullpen. Had him way off balance there.
Omagrosso and Septimo going in the pen.
He gone. 7 strikeouts for Quintana.
Shaved off that outside corner nicely. And Peralta's caught looking. Pretty impressive numbers so far through 6 1/3. Just 1 earned run, 7 Ks, 1 lone walk.
So here's Garcia, an infield single, and then a hard line drive into right center that was caught by De Aza. First of 4 against these guys. The next 3, make your plans to be with us here at the ballpark. If you can't, they'll be over Comcast Sportsnet. And then after Thursday's game, we'll board our charter, going over to Minnesota for 3, Kansas City for 3, and the Big A in Anaheim for 3. If that ball is hit sharply. That big 6'4", 240 man can move it down the line. 2 down.
All ready to deliver pitch number 96. And Quintana had a rocky inning in the second. Start of a rocky inning in the third, but the key play is a double play grounded into by Cabrera. That was the key play of the ball game for Jose Quintana.
Fonte, that infield single. And he went out to De Aza. 2-1 to count. Pretty good pitch, didn't get it. No walks, make him hit his way on. That ball right at him. Look at a man there. 1, 2, 3 inning. This 8th in a row retired by Quintana, and he leads it 4-1 at 7th inning stretch.
And games around Major League Baseball.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Good guys lead it 4-1. 3-run homer. Alex Rios, then a solo shot backed up by Pierzynski. And Alex number 23 for AJ number 26.
Normally when our ball club hits multiple home runs, they play just about 700 baseball. So tonight, multiple home runs. And everything's looking good so far.
With those 2 home runs by Rios and Pierzynski, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 182 and 183. So $18,300 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula.
Fine job by Jose Quintana. We'll see if that's enough. But he's wended his way through some troubled waters early. And he's kept them at bay through 7.
Well, again, the point you brought up in the opening about that may have been very, very beneficial to him in his last start, only to have gone just not even 2 innings.
And this probably, if you're looking at key starts all year, this for him was the biggest start he will have made all season. The young man bounced back after a disaster and showed that he's got the insides to pitch in a pennant race. Miguel Cabrera does a lot of talking to everybody all over the field and always
every
has.
game.
He loves to play this game and gets a tremendous amount of joy out of it.
He's just like a big kid out there. As that is a line shot right to Austin Jackson. So that's 1 out. Uke now 0 for 4 with 2 line drives. Yeah, Cabrera's just like he has a lot of fun playing the game. Big O will get on him though, and he'll stay to him.
Probably telling him what a nice play he made last inning.
Oh, that'll come into play.
Oh, absolutely. Don't want to get him too riled up, though. He might come back in a key situation.
There's one guy that could be a good bench jockey in today's game. It would be Orlando Hudson.
He's just giving him an earful.
To know the count to Wise, who was 0 for 3. That breaking ball of Albuquerque's tough to pick up.
Now he's telling Cabrera, I'm sure, to move back. He's not going to bunt. The count's 3-1 because he has moved back.
Takes it up, and there's ball 4. So good speed aboard.
I believe you have to test Laird here. Albuquerque's not the quickest to home plate.
Here's Pauly. He's 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. Scored ahead of that 3-run homer last inning by Rios. There he goes with a huge jump. That is stolen base number 16 in 17 attempts.
Well, wisely, Pauly just stepped out, knowing that even if Laird had a cannon for an arm, he had no chance to get him. What a tremendous break and a slow delivery by Albuquerque. There's a Zippo chance. Paulie did what a smart hitter would do. Just let the play develop.
And it was a ball. There's that breaking ball. A little slider. One and two the count.
Marte and Koch loosening in the pen. Koch the left-hander on the right, Marte the right-hander on the left.
.95-mile-an-hour fastball. He runs it inside. 2-2 to Konerko. It's full.
There's certainly one of the big heroes tonight, Alex Rios. Now driven in 85 runs.
Peralta. And that is out number 2. So here is Alex, and here's what he did last inning with 2 aboard.
He hadn't been able to break through at all against Porcello at that time. But a line drive rocket of a home run. Made it a 3-1 game at the time until AJ came up and made it a 4-1 game.
No, Alex, 2 for 3 tonight with that 3-run homer. And he came into this ball game tonight against the Tigers here 7 for 48.
It's a good time to get hot.
Slider outside. And that slider grabs the strike. So the count evens at 1. Pick him up, Alex. Have a big night. AJ on deck. As we mentioned, PB tomorrow against Doug Fister. On Wednesday, maybe Gavin Floyd for us against Max Scherzer. Then on Thursday to be announced against Verlander for them. All 3 of those games will be over Comcast Sportsnet. 30,287 this evening.
Nice crowd on hand to see what to this point has been a pretty solid ball game from our side. Very sloppy game from their side.
Brings him up, and we'll go to the 8th with this 3-run lead. First pitch to Gerald Laird. Taken outside. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for us. 1 run, 7 hits, and 3 big errors for them.
Well, Quintana's out there, but if he gets in any trouble, he's probably going to leave this game.
Can of corn into right. Dig out, first out.
No trouble there.
And Sox fans, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United, proud to fly our White Sox. We're happy to be with them. Mark Seipel, Sparky and Sparky Jr., Mike Corrigan, Bobby Garcia, George Hofsummer, one of our terrific pilots. One to count to Austin Jackson, who has singled, walked, and grounded to short. And Alexei's going to get him again. So 2 down. And here's Ryan Rayburn, who's 1 for 3.
Once Alexei gets to the ball, you better be very close to the bag or he's going to throw you out. One of the strongest arms in baseball, and it's become a lot more accurate as he's really adapted to the game.
Well, if there's one real element of why we are in first place, it's been the defense. We catch the ball better than anybody in the American League. If you're talking about range and everything else, nobody is better than we are. Two and one with Cabrera on deck. This list lead him right there.
Donnie Veal has joined Ryan Almagrosso.
Full count.
That ball just missed.
High into left field. Wise going to run out of room. It's foul. Wynn just took that ball right on out of here. So a redo on the 3-2. And here comes Robin.
Well, you figured he was going to let him get out of the inning if he went 1-2-3, but going through the middle of the order, Jose has done just a magnificent job, so that will be it for him on an excellent evening, and this probably his biggest major league start.
This could be one of the biggest starts of the year for us.
No doubt.
I mean, this young man, after really struggling and scuffling, and listen to this ovation.
hits, a run that was earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's responsible for Rayburn at first, and Brian Omagrosso comes into the game, 3.0 ERA, on for the 9th time, and he goes right into the fire with Miguel Cabrera.
Cabrera 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of strikeouts, and he hit into a 6-4-3 double play. So Quintana really did a number on him. One and one to count.
Nate Jones, Donnie Veal. Donnie will most likely come on to face Fielder.
Two out, 2 and 1 to count. That's a fair ball. Nobody's at second, so he just waltzes on in. And here comes Robin to go get Donnie Veal. So the 35th double of the year for Cabrera, as Omagrosso will depart. Veal comes on, and we'll be back.
Setting, which is provided by 97.5 FM ESPN Deportes, Chicago's first and only FM Spanish language sports radio station. And Donnie Veal comes into the game. Spectacular numbers. Left-handers have yet to get a hit off him. His ERA 1.04 on for the 14th time. He's only thrown 8 2/3 innings. Normally comes out to retire one left-hand hitter. And he's retired them all to this point, and he's got to retire a very tough one here.
Veal has faced Fielder one time. And Prince is 0 for 1. So Ducks on the pond, 2 down, in a 4-1 Sox lead here in the top of the 8th inning, in game 1 of this 4-game set.
Beal's got a quick breaking slider, and when he keeps it away from left-hand hitters, they have some big trouble with it.
Count evens at 1.
This went Beal's way. It's pretty close.
Two on, 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 out.
This is going to be the only man Beal's going to face, so he might as well retire him right here.
Ground ball softly hit, yes. And that retires the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still leading 4-1.
It is Phil Koch. He's 1-3, ERA 3.67, on for the 57th time. First man he's going to be looking at is A.J. Pierzynski. This is what he did right after Alex hit a 3-run shot. His solo home run made it a 4-1 game, and it still stands.
AJ now 26 homers, 73 knocked in, while hitting at 286. So the 30-year-old southpaw out of Sonora, California. Takes first pitch strike. First of 4 against these Tigers. Very quickly, 0-2 with Viciato on deck. One down.
And here comes Jim Leland, and he wants to go to the pen, so he got the one out from Koch. That's what he wanted. And as Dotel comes in, Koch will depart. We'll be back after these messages. A pretty good year. 5-3 ERA and even 3 on for the 51st time. Most amazing part, at his age, 58 strikeouts in just 51 innings. He's pitched with, well, if not most of the teams in baseball. He's pitched with over 33% of them.
So here's Tank. He's 0 for 3 tonight, and he's 0 for 4 against Dotel. Takes first pitch strike. Our Sox lead it 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dotel catches a big break right there. 0-2.
Well, it's been a big zone tonight for pitchers on both sides.
Two down.
Addison Reed getting loosened up. If the 3-run lead holds, it'll be a safe situation.
And our Sox and Camarena Tequila both know that giving anything less than 100% just is not good enough. That's why Camarena only offers award-winning 100% blue agave tequila. Camarena Tequila is a proud sponsor of our White Sox. There's Alexei. He's 2 for 6 against Dotel. Now make it 3 for 7. Thank you very much. So good speed aboard. Wouldn't hit hard, but found the hole. So here's Beckham. Gordon 1 for 2 with a solid double into right center field and a walk. Gordon takes strike one. He's 1 for 4 off Octavio. And that one hit left the ballpark. Very quickly 0-2, and make sure to catch all the action of 2012 Major League Baseball postseason. The excitement begins with a wild card on October 5th. Teams.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But he can still throw 95. Still has a limber arm.
It's really unbelievable. Well, it has to be, because nobody else in baseball has ever done it.
No.
Especially a pitcher.
Especially getting it up there still as he can.
And another foul ball. Pretty good lead by Alexi. There he goes. Safe. Hopefully he's all right.
That was a most unusual slide.
Yeah.
Alexi should call that the crab. Because he didn't exactly slide his way in, and he's got an elbow burger for his efforts. Here's a throw. It's a head first, and then a roll, and then a stretch, and then you're there.
Now pick him up, Gordon. 16th stolen base for Alexi. Third of the night for our guys. Piazza, Wise, and now Ramirez. He did not go. And a full count. Ball 4, base hit. The ball hit deep. Way back, he looks up, you can put it on the board, yes! He hung it, he heard it, and it is now 6-1. It's all good.
$14 and 55 on the power numbers for Gordon Beckham, who has started to hit the ball out of the ballpark with a little more frequency these days. That's his second hit against Dotel and his second home run against Dotel. And that makes things a lot more comfortable and might mean that Addison Reed won't come into the game. But there's a hanging slider up out over the plate. It split the plate down the middle. And it's a 5-run lead.
Those 3-2 get me over breaking balls go a long way from a guy who is a veteran.
Yep. Third of the night. And multiple homers almost invariably Mina Sox win.
Fielder will take it himself, and that'll retire the side, but not before the 2-run homer by Gordon Beckham, who'll go to the ninth leading by 5.
In a non-save situation. In those situations, his ERA is well above 6. But because Robin got him up, got him heated, got him throwing, he brought him in. So let's hope for a non-adventuresome ninth inning. It's a comfortable 6-1 lead. Jose Quintana has just been brilliant tonight. Then he turned it over to his bullpen. But it's been the long ball that's made the difference, along with Detroit errors.
Delvin Young will lead it off. He's 1 for 3. Breaking ball strike. He singled and scored back in the second. He struck out in the fourth, and he struck out in the sixth. If you're just tuning in, Jose Quintana with 7 2/3, giving up that 1 run, 6 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Very quickly the count, 0-2.
Face high fastball would do nicely here. In fact, a couple of them if the first doesn't work.
That's into right field. We got a man there. And that's out number 1. So here's Peralta. Johnny 1 for 3 tonight. A single, RBI. Fly out to center, strikeout. And he has faced Addison twice, and he's 2 for 2. And we got a man right there again. 2 down. That'll bring up Andy Dirks. As he takes ball one.
Dirks has had a good solid year for him, usually plays against the right-handed starters.
Andy Dirks has got a chance to be a real solid player.
Hitting .314 this year.
Reminds me a lot of former outfielder with the Texas Rangers, Rusty Staub. Not Staub, Rusty Greer.
Rusty Greer. I was going to say Rusty Staub was a great one.
Yeah, well, first baseman out of New Orleans. Rusty Greer.
Well, for Dirks, a .314 batting average, 3 for 5 as a pinch hitter, so he's done a lot of good things for the Tigers this year.
Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And over 30,000 fans up on their feet. They realize how big this first game of a 4-game series really is.
And that's foul back. Especially since you're 4-10 against this team.
Yep. Most of the damage done at Comerica, but
and when that ball comes down, this ball game will be over. So the Sox, after a tough loss yesterday against Kansas City, break a 7-game losing streak against this club in what is the most important series of the season so far, and what a job by Quintana.
Well, we've said it a lot from the Detroit standpoint, where they outfielded us, outpitched us, and outhit us. Tonight, just the opposite. Quintana outpitched Porcello. We outdefended them. They made 3 errors. We hit the ball out of the ballpark, which good things happen when that happens. And come away with a 6-1 victory in the first of a 4-game series, which pushes the Tigers 3 games back.
And we'll be back.